A shot of moo in the brew. It's peanut, y'all. A shot of moo in the brew with a groovy blue. A nice watch with a hat and a T2. A glass of cabinet steak, old school 88. Don't put no juice in my liquor. I take my mood straight. My chick, she thinking she gorgeous. She the queen of my fortress. I'm the king of the castle. We hustle hard with no hassle. You see, we build it with ease. JFL is the real. We keep it shopping well manicured like my curb appeal. Good people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the all-new podcast, hosted by yours truly, Peanut, a shot of moo and a brew. It's coming to you live. What we're going to do here is we're going to introduce my guys. We're going to tell you what the podcast is all about. First and foremost, we're going to start off with my guy, Smoke Dog, better known as the common denominator. Smoke Dog, talk to the people. Say what's up to the people, Smoke. You got to give more than a peace sign, baby. They want to hear something from you.
I can't hear you, bro.
What?
It's like it's talking in slow motion. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
No.
Slow motion.
All right. Hey, while Mike work that out, we'll get back to him. Next up, we got my guy El Blanco Chocolate, known to the people as the odd man. When you see him, you'll understand. Talk to the people, El Blanco.
Nice to meet you, everybody.
That's all you got. All right.
I really don't know what else to say, you know.
Hey, man.
I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you. El Blanco.
That's
glad
good
to
stuff
be
right
here.
there. Good stuff. Glad to be here. So it's a podcast, visual podcast, a shot of moo and a brew. It's about everyday life from a man's perspective, where you're going to get some facts, not a whole lot. You'll get a whole lot of opinions, but it's all us all the time. It's what we do. It's how we make things happen out here. Before we get started, we want to take a minute and let everybody say a little something about themselves. I'll start with myself. I'm Peanut, a.k.a. Incognito. You know, constant wine sipper, music lover, man of the arts. I do a little bit of everything. I get around. Kev, why don't you tell me a little something about yourself?
You know, I'm a wine aficionado myself. I like to go out and, you know, hit the bars, you know, into the bar scene, into music. I play bass, you know, so that'll be my main focus, I suppose. Yeah.
I like it. Now, what we do before every show is a shot of moo and a brew tradition. Before we get started, before we jump into it, we take a shot of moo. And y'all can take a shot of whatever you like. It can be tequila, Hennessy, Remy, whatever you like. You take a shot of whatever you like. We take shots of moo. So everybody get your shots up. Take a shot with us. Welcome to the all-new visual podcast. Now we're going to jump right into it. We're going to hit you all over the head with the topic. It's a strenuous topic. It's up and down depending on who you talk to. Yay or nay, depending on who you talk to. It's about child support. Some people undecided. Some people for. Some people against. We'll let them figure that out, and you can figure it out along the way. So, child support is a serious subject, right? I know. I deal with it myself, day in, day out. I've been on both sides of the fence. I do pay, and on the other side, I don't pay. Goods and bads to it. You know, everybody has an opinion. It depends on where you stand and what your life is all about. All right, Smoke, I see you. And so we got a few people chimed in on us on a Shot the Moon and Brew Instagram page, and we asked the question: are you for it? Are you against it? Are you undecided? Before we jump into that, let me double back and introduce y'all to my guy, Smoke Dog. Can you hear me, Smoke?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's happening, everybody?
Oh, yeah, that's
What's
what
up,
you got.
buddy?
Tell them a little something about yourself.
You know, it ain't too much to say. It's just smoke is smoke. You
Smoke is
know,
smoke. I like it. I don't know what that means, y'all, but smoke
cool, laid
is
back.
smoke.
My bad, man. Cool, laid back type of guy. You know, uh, a bowler. I'm a advocate bowler. You know, I like that. Family man. You
Okay.
know, pretty much. It ain't too much to it. Work hard every day, try to make a living, and do me.
Like we said, everyday people talking about everyday life from a man's perspective. That's what we do. So where we're gonna go right now is I want my guys' opinions on child support, whether you pay it or not, whether you got kids or not. Kevin, I know you don't have kids. Mike, I know you got about 27 of them, but you only claim one. We'll talk about that off air, though. We'll talk about that later. So we're gonna start with you, El Blanco. What's your view on child support?
You know, at first when I saw the teaser, at first I was kind of undecided, but you know, I guess I am for child support. I think it is a kid is made by two people, and it takes two people to raise a kid, and ultimately it takes two people's resources to raise a kid. But at the same time, I'd also like to bring attention to the fact, like, the ramifications of not paying child support. Eventually it leads to garnishing someone's wages. Eventually they can't pay rent. Eventually they lose their job, and then they're thrown in jail. um, I've seen that happen before. But again, I don't have kids. My opinion may not amount to as much as someone else's who does. But in the end, I think child support is a relatively good thing as long as it's going towards the kid. In my opinion, and not being used for other things. Like going out and drinking. It should be for the kid.
For child support is what you're telling me, as long as it's pertaining to the child. Okay, I like that. It's a little different from what we talked about the other day, but my how things change when you're having fun, right?
Yes,
All right,
indeed.
Smoke. Tell me what you think about it. Smoke, you for it? You against it? Undecided? On the fence? Don't know? What we looking like?
Um, I'm for it to a certain extent. Especially when the parents not taking care of their kids and doing things that they're supposed to do. And some people need to learn lessons, and sometimes that's a lesson teacher. But ultimately, like you say, it's all about the kids. The kids are the most important things, especially when two people decide that they want to conceive a child. And if this is what's going to happen, then y'all just need to make sure the child's ready.
Okay, I like that.
That's the main thing.
I like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's a good one. Good question. So what happens, Mike, if they didn't decide to have a kid together? Let's just say it was a late night rendezvous coming from the cabaret over on Livingston Road. No girl was looking real nice and tasty. a situation just happened, as did the kid.
That's tough.
Where does it go in that situation?
That's tough. I mean, I really can't say because, like you said, it's just a fling. So, you know, the intentions wasn't there for the child. But us being grown-ups and being, you know, doing the things that we should have to do, everybody should still, I mean, the two involved with the child should still try to make a way to, you know, make it work. Because the child didn't ask for it.
Right.
We didn't ask for it at the time. It just happened. But, you know, I think just being grown-ups to try to figure out a way to make it work.
I agree with that. What do you think about that, El Blanco? What if it wasn't planned? Something just happened on a, you know, freak accident, one night rendezvous, bar hopping down in Annapolis. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, in the end, I mean, if it's a one night stand and she gets pregnant, it was still a decision by two people. You know, at the end of the day, you know, suddenly it's all on her. You know, I can kind of see that. As much as I'd like to say, you know, it was a one night stand, you know, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to just dump that off on somebody. And at the end of the day, it is still a kid. And, you know, there's other alternatives as well. I mean, there's adoption, abortion, if you believe in that. There is other things you could do. I mean, it's if maybe she doesn't want to raise a kid either. You know, it's
complicated.
Very situational, I guess, you know.
Oh yeah, I like that. Situational. So where I stand on it is I've been on both sides of the fence. Like I've actually lived it. And I struggle with what's more important, time or the money. You know, it can go either way depending on the two people or the adults that are actually taking care of the child. When you're a man paying child support, as I am, you kind of focus on making sure you're in the right position to actually provide for said child. And with that being said, unfortunately, you actually lose the opportunity to spend some time because you don't want to risk, you know, not having said funds for the child and getting yourself in trouble and then being in a position where you can't provide for them. Either way. Now, on the other side, I don't pay child support. He gets all the time. And that just may be me being a dad or overcompensating for what I think he's not getting for the monies that's going out of the house. So depending on who's involved and what's going on, you know, I'm undecided because it takes for everybody to be an adult about the situation, you know, in order for it to work. So time, money. What's the more valuable thing in the child's life in the long run? Now, I know that money is needed to make things happen, to support and provide for a child. And me, myself, I have 3 kids and a possible. It's like a bonus something to me. But as far as child support goes, I only pay for one. And the one that I pay for, the relationship is somewhat strained because of the lack of time that I'm allowed in reference to, you know, actually being able to provide for them. So it's a conundrum in a sense, you know, but we do what we must. I love them all. And I'm undecided. Just depends on who I'm dealing with on that day, if we're being honest.
Yeah. And like you said, it's just about being grown-ups about the situation. You know, to me, is, you know, if you can lay down and you can do the things it takes to make a child, then you should man up or woman up and take care of responsibility. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
I mean, the kid didn't ask for it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So what are you guys' thoughts on co-parenting? You know, like as far as how it should work or how it works. Have you seen some situations with some friends where it kind of goes array, bad situations or even good situations, like examples of?
Yeah, I've seen some bad situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people they just can't get along.
Right.
You know, for the sake of the child. You know, that's just a terrible thing.
Mm.
The
My
good
parents
situations.
are good.
My niece, but just I seen a post with her the other day talking about how her and her baby dad is not together and they, co-parent, and
Mm-hmm.
everything seemed like it was good. So eh, it's rough, man. This one rough. Because
Yeah.
I mean, you speak on your side of it. You can't really speak for both sides.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I think that, like I said, at the end of the day, everybody should be grown ups and take care of the responsibility,
I agree
regardless.
with that. I agree with that because my parents got divorced at a very young age, and I remember some of my youngest childhood memories were them fighting and cussing at each other and saying horrible, horrible things. And but as time went on, and as they got older, it's they were able to kind of work together more, and kind of overcome their differences, and realize, you got kids and stuff. But it was never really, hard like that. But there was, as a kid, I could see, some tension. But at the end of the day, yeah, I think you're right. Like you said, I think you need to man up and woman up, and at the end of the day, that it's a kid, and yeah.
I agree with that. So, how about this situation right here? Smoke, you may have seen this before. We know quite a few people. You ever seen a situation where child support is being paid, but it's not being used for the child? The child's not being cared for or taken care of with said money?
I've seen that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it probably happens. I'm gonna give you a 75%. I mean, 75% out of the time that it's like
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, yeah, it's rough because you already know crab legs,
Hey, them
crab
crab
legs,
legs will keep you in trouble, won't it?
crab legs and Hennessy.
Hey, them crab legs is killer, boy.
Yeah.
Instead of getting Pampers, you had the giant getting 2 pounds with heavy
Exactly.
seasoning on them.
Mm-hmm. But then they out there with their hands out when them crab legs gone, boy, a little rough. That Hennessy gone, boy, it's a little rough, right?
Yeah, when that highway off, you gotta get back to real life. Them
Yeah.
crab legs don't cut it. You need Pampers. Them crab legs don't cut it. What about you, Kevin?
Exactly.
You ever seen a situation like that where the money's being put out, but it's not being used for what it's supposed to be used for?
Personally, I haven't. I've heard of plenty, but I haven't on a personal level seen it myself. Luckily, the situation I was seeing with my parents, it was, it didn't really seem to go to anything frivolous in my eyes, but who knows? But I'm sure it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard about it. It should. I think it should definitely be spent on the kid. It should be a way to kind of figure out how to, make sure it is. But I don't know if that's feasible.
Hey,
it happens a lot.
it happens often. It happens
Yeah.
often. All right, so
Hey.
what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do right now? We're gonna take a minute. We're gonna go to the Facebook comments. We got a couple comments on Facebook, a couple comments on Instagram. See what it's hitting for. See what they talk. Okay, I saw a couple of those. So we had Miss Martina. Miss Martina is A all day, not all day in that sense, but what she said is the father's not, pulling his weight or providing for the child, then, and if it's not pertaining to the kid, then she's definitely for it. And I can agree with that. The dude ain't doing what he's supposed to do, or if the woman's not doing what she's supposed to do, then you got to hold them accountable because the kid has to be taken care of at all times.
at
You
all
know,
times.
at all times. That's the most important thing. The child is the most important thing. We had a couple folks say, you know, C, that was me. I'm C all day. Peanut says C. He's undecided as well. But Queen Prince C all day as well. You know, when you're when you're in those situations, depending on the outcome, you know, it's not worth the hassle. So that'll put you in an undecided state. You know, if we're gonna be honest about it. So I have
Yeah,
another question for you fellas. Do you think a mother who pays child support gets more understanding than a guy? You know, when it's a female paying versus a male paying, or woman, shall I say, not female. That's not the proper term. We can't say that anymore. When a woman's paying versus a man paying, y'all not gonna get me in trouble.
I think so. You know, I think that it's a little bit of leniency on women. You know, but that is, how can I put this? That is expected,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I
Because
like that.
because the man is the supposedly the breadwinner. Everybody's situation is not that way. You know, it's a lot of guys out here that try hard. And just shit just don't go. Oh, excuse my language. It just don't go right for them all the time.
And no, Mike, that was okay. Shit just don't go right. We can say that. We can say
Well,
that.
shit just
You know what I'm
shit just
saying?
don't go right. Yeah,
It's
shit
all
just
us
don't
all
go.
the time. Shit just don't
Yeah,
go right sometimes. Go ahead and say what you gonna say, boy.
and I think that, I mean, a man being a man should put the weight on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
To make sure everything is taken care of. But I think women should be held more accountable too. Because like I said, at the end of the day, it's two people making this baby happen, and there's two people that should be accountable for it.
I agree.
You know,
I agree. What you think? What you think there, El Blanco? The women get more leniency on their
Um,
side
like if they're paying child support,
if they're paying child support. Not Halle Berry. Not Halle Berry. She paying child. That's serious money. You know, we talk about neighborhood South Side money.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of tough because I kind of see it both ways because I could kind of see it. I can kind of see it if they're not paying child support. Like I could see maybe like if the dad's not paying child support, he's a deadbeat dad. But if a woman's not paying child support, maybe she's struggling. I could maybe see something like that.
Okay.
But if a woman's paying child support, I've always heard that in a divorce, a lot of times it's usually the woman who gets the kid. And growing up, that was always kind of like if it was kind of the thought like if the woman didn't have the kid, what did she do wrong to lose custody of
Exactly.
the child? You know,
Yep.
and maybe that's not maybe that's kind of bigoted thinking for me. I don't know. That's just kind of the thought process I had growing up. I don't know, but um, I could see how somebody could think that.
Okay. I can go for that. So what we're gonna do? Here's what we're gonna do to anybody watching. You got a guy out there, you know he's a good guy. He's doing his job, he's taking care of his kids, single dad, hashtag single dad. Put a comment in there. Talk to us at a shot of Moo and the Brew on Instagram. You can talk to Smoke, you can talk to El Blanco. We would love to hear from you, and see what you all think about it. So I got another question for you fellas. Do you think it's harder for a man to ask for child support? Ooh, did I hurt your pride when I said that? You gonna ask for it? I might not
I,
ask for it. I got a lot of pride. I might not ask for
if I can raise a kid without asking for it, I'm not asking for it. I think
it. That's that pride, Kevin.
maybe maybe it is.
I feel you. I'm with you though. I ain't gonna ask you.
I wouldn't ask for it either. But the type of person I am, I'm like a lessons person. Like, I sometimes I want people to learn lessons. Goddamn it, You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I would ask, but you sit down and think sometimes like, should I teach them a lesson? Just to make them
Yeah, I
understand
like it.
because I mean, and like I said, just to make people understand that, what I'm saying, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? But don't just be doing shit just because, you
Mm-hmm.
know, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm like I said, I wouldn't ask for it personally, but sometimes people need to learn lessons sometimes, man.
I'm
You
with
know.
you on that. If you follow my man Smoke on Instagram or Facebook, hashtag lessons, goddammit. You gotta learn something. You
You
heard
got
what he
to.
said. You
You
gotta
got to.
learn something.
Hey,
Hashtag lessons, goddammit. Smoke said it here first. You're gonna
hey,
learn today.
hey, look, that's what life about, right?
Yes, sir.
You
You know,
know,
you learn them lessons, you do better next time.
yeah,
Life is about experiences.
it is.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
le-
That experience
and
is changing.
and lessons.
Lessons. Hashtag lessons, goddammit. Smoke said it first. You ain't hear it, you wasn't listening. If he was talking too fast, I'm asking him to slow down next time. But he said something to you. And I agree, Mike. Sometimes people got to learn lessons. You got to let them walk their own path and figure it out on their own, to see if it's going to work for them. But all that they do, to come back and bite them in the ass for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
You get what you give.
Exactly.
That's what I tell my kids all the time. You get what you give.
Mm-hmm.
So, you give out bad, you're going to get it back. You give out good, that's what you're going to get back.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep. Yes, sir.
So,
Absolutely.
anybody got any more comments on child support? You want to sum it up? Lead the people with something? El Blanco?
I don't know. I don't think I really have anything. Feel like I've said my piece. I don't think I have anything else to add. I don't have any kids, so I don't. Yeah, I'm
You sure?
inexperienced in the subject.
You sure? I saw a little boy in Walmart the other day look just like you. Okay, that might not have been you. I apologize. Mike, you got any last words for the people on child support?
Well, my last words would be, like I said when I was talking about it. I think everybody should just man up to the responsibility. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if you can lay down and conceive, you got to man up and woman up to, you know, to make sure that baby's provided for, taken care of, and pretty much spoiled, right?
That's what we do. That's what we
And
do. I agree.
and like at the end of the day, that's when if you lay down and do it, that's what it's all about. If you want to make the baby, take care of the baby. No matter what kind of differences y'all have, like I said, the baby didn't ask for it. Just take care of your responsibilities, man and woman.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Hey, El Blanco, Smoke. It's not censored, so I'm gonna say good shit. Good shit. I like that. I agree. I agree with you, Mike. Man and woman, regardless of the situation, regardless of what's going on, regardless of how you feel about the person that you were with or that you conceived that child with at the time, it's all about the kids. At the end of the day, it's all about the kids. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't care what your Nike sweatsuit look like. I don't care if you got your toes and your fingers done. None of that stuff matters. All that matters is the kids. And like I said, I've been on both sides of the fence. It's been a long road, been a long journey, but I love my kids, man. And this is what I do it for all day, every day. If it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be no me. They shaped the man that I am right now. So, I give all of mine to them.
Yeah.
So if you got
Amen.
kids and you're not taking care of them, I suggest you do. Man or woman. You dig what I'm saying? If you're mad at her, get over it. It's all about the child. If you're mad at him, get over it. It's all about the child. That's what we stand on child support, good people. Ladies and gentlemen, put something in the comments, man. Let us know where you stand. Let us know how you feel. We'd like to continue the conversation, offline. I'll try to respond to the comments as well as the guy, Smoke Dog, El Blanco. Big Dre will too. He's not here with us. Joe Black as well. He'll respond as well. But Let us know how you feel and what you think about it. And it'll be a great conversation. Now, I think it's a conversation that needs to be had, especially in the community of which we live in and in the times in which we're seeing. It's all about the kids. You did?
Mm-hmm.
The Shadow Moon and Brew Boy. Y'all look real sober over there.
I'm buzzing a little bit, bro.
You ain't buzzing, is you, off that coffee? My man Mike buzzing off that Hilton coffee, y'all. that Earl Grey tea.
That's all right. Hey, look. Next episode, boy, it's gonna be lit.
Lit.
I'm gonna be all the way right.
All the way right.
It ain't gonna be none of this. It ain't gonna be none of this.
I like it. So we're gonna jump into the segments right now. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Mike, we're gonna start with you, Mike. We're gonna go into the sports segment, you know what I'm saying, with the resident sports guy. He know all the info, college football, college basketball. No, they don't have college baseball. They do, but we're gonna skip that. Hockey, you do hockey?
Nah, I'm not a big
we're gonna skip that. We're gonna get into the sports segment with my man Smoke Dog. He gonna give us some insight on who to look out for, what's coming up next, who gonna make that money, who gonna make that big splash on the big scene, boy. Go ahead and talk to him, Mike. What we got today?
Football. Can't wait for the season to start. Looking real forward to the season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all. Of course, we all know them Redskins all day long.
No, they're not the Redskins no more, Mike.
Sorry, you're correct. See, hey, look,
the Washington
football team. And I'm real interested to see what they're gonna do with this draft. You know, they've been making a lot of moves. Solid moves. I like the moves they've made so far. Quarterback, maybe not. My opinion. I think we can work with what we got for another year, maybe. Trey Lance, they talking about Trey Lance big. The kid from Ohio State. I cannot think of what his name is right now.
Okay.
But
I don't know his name if I don't watch college football.
Yeah, and I know who it is. I just can't think of what his name is right now. But
what's his name, Kevin?
Beat the hell out of me.
We don't watch
college segment.
Oh, it is. Oh, trust me. I already told y'all the homework will be done. But it's gonna be an interesting season.
Okay.
It's been a lot of moves made this year. With a lot of teams and.
Any particular moves got your eye? Any particular moves caught your eye?
Not really. The Sam Darnold trade kind of caught me by surprise.
Okay.
That one caught me by surprise. But other than that, I'm surprised Richard Sherman not on the team right now.
At all?
I think he's a free agent. I think he's a free agent right now.
Who do you think? Go ahead.
No, good. What you going to ask me?
I was going to say, who do you think we're going to pick anybody else up for quarterback? Or are we going to run with Fitzmagic?
Now, my opinion on that one, I like it a little bit.
I like it. I like it too.
This year, I think that we should just go with what we got. Since we made the decision to go with what we have right now, and just see what we're working with. I mean, it wasn't bad. I didn't like the trade at first, or I didn't like the pickup at first, but you never know. He might come out there and win 15 games.
You say 15?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Hold up. But hey,
I like your thinking.
I also like Heineke too.
Heineken?
I'm glad I like that. I like that. I like that little contract with him. He showed people a little bit last year. Granted, it was maybe 3 games. I can't remember the total, but he played real big. He played real big in that playoff game against Tampa Bay.
He did.
He played real big, and I think he showed people something. I think that's why he got that contract that he got. But don't give him the contract and then put him on the bench. I think he should play.
You think Heineke should play?
I think so.
So Fitzmagic coming off the bench. But I mean, that's what he do. So that's what he do. He come off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah, I like that. I would like to see the young kid get a chance. You know, he young. You know, he got heart. He want to play. You can tell he into it. You know, he done got some money. So now I know he really want to play because he want to get more money, right? And the only way you can get more money is to play, right?
It's the only way you can get more money, baby.
Yeah, but outside of that, it's going to be a real interesting season. I'm just going to do my research and look up on some more things and, you know, just wait for the season to start and see what we got.
Okay. I like it. You heard it here first. The Washington football team, you know, sponsored by El Blanco Chocolate and Smoke Dog, going 15-1. That's what he said. With Heineke at quarterback. I'm a cheesehead. I don't know nothing about what they talking about. We'll get to that next segment. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we're going to move on. We're going to go to our resident bar hopper and restaurateur, El Blanco Chocolate. So give me some good spots. Where can you take your girl out for a date? Or where can you go to pick up the girls? Or where can you go to just have a good meal?
Well, you know, I'm a native Annapolitan. You know, I'm usually around Annapolis, but I've been exploring in Baltimore as of late, and me and a lady I was with went to Fogo de Chao recently. Yes, which is I think a Brazilian steakhouse, and it was awesome. I mean, it's set up. The sides are like it's like a buffet for the sides. You know, you get your salad, you get your fruit and your vegetables and your little bullshit, and you get your plate. So once you get your plate, you go back to your table, and then you have a bunch of different cooks. You know, you have your steak guy, you have your filet guy, you have your sirloin guy, your chicken guy, your seafood guy, and they come around with their meat on the spits, and they ask you, do you want it rare? Do you want it well done? They'll cut that piece off for you and put it on your plate, and they'll just keep coming, and it doesnn't stop until you're just done. It was a great time.
Oh my God.
I had a good time. So I'm gonna continue exploring Baltimore. You know, I'd like to see a little more of Fells Point. I'd like to get into the harbor area a little bit. But you know, in future segments I'll also go and talk about my usual spots down in Annapolis, you know, Ram's Head and
right.
Tsunami, a few other spots. So I'll introduce you to them as well.
Okay, I got a couple questions. First of all, I want to point this out. If y'all didn't hear what he said, I don't know what this is. I'm a Southeast boy. He said he's an Annapolitan. What the fuck is an Annapolitan?
You know, if you're from Annapolis, you're bougie, and if you're bougie, you got to make up words to describe yourself. So.
Okay, I like it. So that's like, you know, pomegranate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the most. Look here, let me tell you something. He said Annapolitan. Never heard of that before. Sounds like 300. Remember the movie with the strong dudes? Sounds like 300. But here we go, Kevin. I want to ask you a question. Who is this young lady you speak of?
The ex-girlfriend who I'm no longer speaking to. So. Yeah. So some drama stuff happened, and we're no longer talking. So which is good. It's going to make my bar hopping and exploring a lot better and a lot more fun, I think. So.
I like that.
There you are. So tell us, who this young lady you speak of? I missed it all.
You missed everything. No, I was saying that she's an ex-girlfriend, and we're no longer really talking right now. So, but the good thing is it's going to make my bar hopping and restaurant touring a lot more enjoyable, I think, in my opinion. So,
Okay. So my next question is no need to ask, because I was going to ask, are you exploring with her? But clearly, she got the boot. You know,
exactly. She got the boot, and she
earned that boot.
Yeah, she got the boot, and that's we'll leave it at that. No need to bring it up, but I'm ready to go exploring the cities and enjoying being single, I think.
Okay. So now, every show, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna point out something. You know, we got a saying when we at the office. We call it the wait a minute. Right? Mike, you do it all the time. Wait, what he say?
I like that.
Wait
like
a
that.
minute. Look, the wait a minute of the show. Kevin, El Blanco Chocolate, I love you. Did you say meat on a stick?
Meat on a stick.
Wait a minute. Did you say they bring it to your table and cut it off on your plate?
They cut the meat off the stick right on your plate.
Oh!
Wait a minute. You can't say that. So, you know, every show we're going to point out a wait a minute moment, because somebody going to say something that's going to make you say, wait a minute. What he say? Meat on a stick. That's not what we do. For sure.
Try it just once, I'm telling you.
I'm not sure I want to try
Fogo de Chao.
But I will. I will go to Fogo de Chao, but I will not try the meat on the stick. I'm gonna turn my head when he comes through, because I don't want to see him chopping off on my plate.
Do you want the sirloin or the sausage?
No, I don't want either one of them. I'm not interested. I am not interested. Oh man, okay, it's been fun.
Take it back, Kevin. Take it back. Take it back.
Can you take it back? Can you take it back?
Nah,
man?
It's too late.
Meat on the stick. I can't take that
Sorry,
back.
guys.
You can't take that back. So, man, look, it's been a good one. It's been a great one for our first visual podcast. I had a lot of fun. I hope y'all had a lot of fun as well. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to do it again. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shout out some people, right? We're going to shout out some people that's been working with us behind the scenes, making it all happen. It is a hashtag She Writes Books Productions, produced by the one and only Queen Prim. You dig what I'm talking about? Look her up on Instagram.
Shout out.
Shout it out, right? Look her up on Instagram. That's she
Shout out.
.writes .books on Instagram. Look her up. You dig what I'm talking about? The intro song, boy, that thing was banging. Wasn't that thing banging? Shout out to my man Max Messiah for going ahead and putting that together for us. You know, we got some young interns working. My man B Rocker, he helped out a little bit. You know, he did what he do. And young Rippo, you know, he went on and engineered that thing for us, made it sound extra crispy.
Yeah.
You know, hey Mike, how you like your chicken, Mike?
Wow.
Extra crispy.
He likes the hard chicken.
Yes, sir. Extra hard, man. So look, it's been a good one. I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. You know, I like having my guys with me. One more thing though. Shout out to Andre. You know what I'm saying? Big Dre.
Yeah.
That's our OG. He wasn't with us today. He wasn't here for the first show. Been dealing with some things. You know, his pops passed away. So RIP to his pops. You did what I'm talking about. We love you, boy. Can't wait till you get on in here and do something with us. You know, he's actually the one who introduced us to the Moo. Yeah. If you don't know what the Moo do, you will learn. I'm trying to tell you. It's been real. It's been cool. Hey man, why don't y'all get your social medias out, let the people know where they can follow you at. El Blanco.
Media,
Let me look it up.
Okay, while you gonna go to Smoke Dog, because he know his. He got 1,000 followers.
Nah, not that. No. But
No.
Smoke _baby. Smoke dog _22 Instagram, Facebook. Damn, what is it? Michael Whitehead on Facebook. I think
Michael White.
I can't remember. I
I
don't even
can't
pay attention.
quit. I'm Kevin PR McKay at Instagram. So you can find me there. You can find me on Facebook, Kevin McKay. You know, add me if you want to. I'll add you back.
Oh, I like that. Add him if you want to. He'll add you back. Hey, you follow us, we follow you. That's what we do. Hey, before we go though.
Yeah, hey, look, one more thing.
Oh yeah,
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my wife too, man.
Okay, then.
She chilling with me right now.
Woo!
She over there in the bed. Say what's up, baby.
Wifey. Hey, wifey. All right.
Hey.
Yes, sir. It's going down. Kevin, you got anybody you want to shout out since Mike throwing them out there in the Hilton Garden Cup? You want to shout out to your ex with the Nike boot?
Nope.
You missed a good thing, girl.
Hey, look, let me ask you this. You want to shout out that meat on a stick?
To meat on a stick.
Hey, man, look here. Y'all crazy. I'm going to go ahead and send a shout out to the Queen Prin. That's my baby girl, my mama bear. I love her. She helped us get this thing together. It's going to be real. It's going to be real nice. You dig what I'm saying? So when we start with a shot. When we end with a shot. So y'all get your shots up. Whatever y'all drinking, tequila, cognac, Hennessy. If you're drinking E&J, kill yourself. Because if you don't, that will. That was a little shot. So we out. It's been real. It's been good. We'll holler at you. Peace.